HSU, live from Amsterdam.
Digital Punk throwing it down the only way that he knows how, giving you that audio porn. Incredible set. Can we get a round of applause for the one on the Digital Punk? People in the chat absolutely loving what you've been baking, and dude, I've got to say, like I said before, you know that kick up your back edit, send it this way.
I will, man.
Send it this way. That thing was spicy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us both, Subsonic, Digital Punk. Guys, how are you doing?
I'm doing actually very fine, actually, to be honest.
You're just doing...
It's chill.
Okay, yeah. After such an incredible set, you're just like, oh, whatever, just another day in the life.
It was very, I had to say, when I stopped playing, I was like, yes, it was good.
Yeah, right? It feels good to sort of play again, throw out those beats, throw out some of that stuff that you've been cooking over the past, 18 months or so. How about yourself, man? How are you feeling today?
I'm actually also really chill, just enjoying the sun. And it was the same for me, like... just playing here, and after, I think the last set I did was Dirty Works.
Ah, right.
It was before Christmas. I think 3 or 4 months I didn't touch CDG.
So with all that time spent, not touching a CDJ, not DJing, does it feel weird to sort of like, how does this work again? Did you get confused which was the cue and the play? Has that ever happened? No?
Not really. It's, for me it's the same like a car driving.
Got it.
You step in and...
You can't drive.
Yeah.
You can't play. No.
No, for real. I mean, it's just it's great to hear what you guys brought today. I really enjoyed it. I mean, this is the thing. Not having all these festivals, not being 100% pedal to the metal go, means when you guys come out and play these sets, particularly for everybody that's tuned in Australia, it's really refreshing because I'm like, this is a bunch of new stuff that I haven't heard, and all the stuff that you've been brewing, all the stuff that you've been cooking and stuff. So I really enjoyed it personally. So awesome. Really cool. What I want to do now is two things. First off, I want to apologize to everybody that's tuned in and had some stream issues. The internet, sometimes it happens where it just doesn't go according to plan. I think somebody was downloading something that they shouldn't have.
I'm sorry, bro.
Just torrents and stuff. Who knows? Maybe it was, Digital Punk, DP. Who knows what's going on? But look, thank you guys for keeping us tuned in and keeping us going. I want to make a special shout out to Juan El Strecinek also for subscribing. Thank you so much for your sub because you keep us going, you keep us rolling. Also, I wanted to make a question out to the chat because they have questions for you guys. So this is going to project it out to you that is tuned in right now. If you have questions for either of our guests, for either Subsonic or for Digital Punk, I want to know what you want to know so that we can ask our guests about stuff that has just been cooking on the horizon and stuff that's been going on. So while the questions come in, let's talk tattooing.
Yeah.
Let's talk tattooing because this is something that I never knew that you were into. I obviously you had a piece here and there, a piece here and there, but I never knew that like it went from receiving tattoos into giving tattoos. These are two different things.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's what Corona brought me actually, and my daughter.
Okay, your daughter has tattoos.
Yeah, she's 2. She's covered. And, no. I have to, I already told a lot of people this, and maybe some of you know this already. But last year, I started drawing. I never drew in my life.
Okay.
And my daughter got a couple of pencils, and we were drawing together. And at that time, she was even better than me, I thought. She's 2 years old.
Damn, man, that's a self-burn right there.
Yeah. No, but I saw. I want to say Subsonic, but I saw Sonik on TV.
Okay.
I saw Sonik on TV.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic the Hedgehog,
right?
Yeah, with that movie, and I thought, let's give it a go. Just draw something up, and I drew that, and then I thought, it's pretty good. So one of my friends is an architect, is over there. He can draw. He's actually an architect for money. So
wow.
Yeah, he said to me, well, this is pretty good what you're doing right here because you're taking something in your head and drawing that. So I was like,
I can't do that at all. When it comes to visual arts, I suck.
I thought I sucked too. I never did anything with that, So then I started to draw some like Disney stuff.
Okay.
And just with fake pencils, and my friends told me you should buy some real pencils and just draw some other stuff.
Okay. And then from there, drawing turned into tattooing. Like how was that?
There was at one point I drew like portraits And I was already like a big fan of tattooing. I flew across the world to get tattoos, and yeah, there's at one point one of my friends that was tattooing. He said, "Yeah, maybe you should pick up a tattoo machine and just watch what happens." And so I did, and then he said, "You got some fucking talent."
How about that, man?
I was like, "Whoa, this is fucking crazy." And then I tried it for 2 months on fake skin, and he told me, I got you a real client if you want.
Really?
And I was like, whoa, because this is going very fast. But yeah. So this is something that in this time that gives me like the same energy and vibe as making music. It's the exact same thing in your brain that makes.
Got it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I want to do this, man, for 2 days a week. Even when the career starts again, I don't know. I don't care, man. I want to do this, and even if I fly off to Australia, for instance, to play,
For sure.
I want to tattoo there as well.
Wow.
A side hustle.
Side hustle.
Side hustle. I mean, it sounds like you've found a passion project that you normally wouldn't have found if you were, 24/7 on the music game. And that's one of the positive things about this situation that we're in now. That, and I said this to both of you beforehand off camera. It's sort of COVID-19 has given us the break that we all needed, but didn't want to take.
Exactly.
Because before it's, so go. You need to put out music all the time. You've got so many shows on the weekends and everything. And then during the week, you're either recovering from the weekend and getting ready for the next one, or recovering in the studio to keep on putting out music to get ready for the weekend and all that sort of stuff. So what have you been doing with your time? Have you picked up any hobbies, anything that you didn't think you were into during your time during COVID?
I don't have talents like digital punk. I was thinking about when he's.
You have one big talent. You're fucking good at entering the gulag and
entering the gulag. What?
Warzone. He's
Okay, right, okay.
Maybe that's my only thing what I did during the
COVID.
So you've just been gaming a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, do you game on? No, but hey,
I was thinking what I did, like gaming and making music.
Fuck it, man. That's living the life.
Yeah.
What games have you been playing?
For now, Warzone.
Warzone, only Warzone. Do you play on PC or PlayStation or?
PlayStation.
4 or 5?
4.
You live there, huh? You live in.
I make a studio, but it's more like a gaming room now than a studio.
Have you ever considered streaming while you're gaming?
I have the stuff at home, but
you haven't done it yet.
Maybe in the future.
Okay. Because like I've tried to play just casually, right? Like I'm into FPSs. I really love Doom Eternal. Warzone not so much because of the multiplayer thing. Doom Eternal gives me that kind of like deathmatch vibe, but you're playing by yourself because it's a very quick, fast-paced game. But I'm so focused on playing that. When I've had friends round while I'm playing, I don't say anything. I'd be the worst streamer ever. It's completely different, I think, when you're playing music. Some people have a talent to be able to game and like keep the stream entertaining, but I would be a shitty streamer for sure. I don't think I'd be able to pull that off.
Just sitting like this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. No, I wouldn't be doing it. But do you reckon you could pull it off?
That's why I'm not streaming. I'm not sure. Like I swear sometimes, so I'm not sure if it's good for the monetization.
Why not? Why not? You're keeping it real, brother.
Yeah, for me, it's like gaming is more like with friends and stuff.
Got it.
Like during the Corona times, you were most of the time alone.
Yeah.
And you can make a party with friends and talk about normal stuff.
There you go. Exactly. Party chat, socializing without being out in the real world.
Indeed.
How about that? Okay, we've got some questions coming in. This one comes in from Juan El Strechinek, and this is directed to you, Mr. Digital Punk. Do you have any plans for a Terror album or EP? If not, he dares you.
A terror?
Yep.
So this is something I would never expect.
You'd never expect people to request high-tempo music from you.
Yeah, well, terror is... Okay, I'm gonna be very, very honest.
Go, lay it out for the people.
Terror is, for me, the worst music. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, give it something. Oh, yeah. No, I'll be honest. For me, it's not, every music has fans and stuff, put it like that.
Yeah.
And the tastes are, I can't even come out of my words from this one.
You're just so mind-boggled of what it is.
Flabbergasting.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. I learned this yesterday from a friend of mine. Shout out to Casper if you're tuning in. I didn't know that Terror refers to a very specific era of fast music.
Yeah.
That it refers to like a kind of Thunderdome style music from like 2007 to 2013, 14 or something like that. But I think the question is really like up-tempo-y kind of fast hardcore.
You know what it is? I would, I love making hardcore. I release music on Massive Hardcore. I release music on Neophyte Records.
Yeah.
On the Digital Punk. I'm making a lot of edits with hardcore.
For sure.
But 200 is for me is max.
Yep.
BPM.
Okay. Yeah. You wouldn't venture past.
No. For me, you know what it is. If you go from 155 and you put it up to 200, I already think that's a big transition.
It's a pretty big leap. I'm not gonna lie.
And for me, I don't think I'm gonna make a whole hardcore album.
Okay.
Maybe for somebody else, maybe later, maybe ghost producing. I don't know. I love making hardcore, but you're so occupied doing stuff for Digital Punk that it's hard to make music other than hardstyle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. You make hardcore and hardstyle. And
it's an interesting balance, but I think I've been tossing over this question over the last couple of days of just kind of like, what do I choose? Sometimes I think it's really the scene has changed in the regard that like people are much more open-minded. You can throw, especially like you did, you can throw down a lot more higher tempo stuff at the end of your set, and it can be more than just one track as your closer. You could have 10, 15 minutes, and that's kind of acceptable, right? And I've been battling with this thing. Like I love hardstyle. I even love both of the raw flavors that you play, the choppy, super edited stuff. But what grabs me even more, actually, is 200 BPM music. And I've been thinking, do I switch? Should I fully switch? I know that like it changes the size of the audience that I would have, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, I don't know, this music touches me in ways that only my girlfriend knows how. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've been kind of battling that kind of thing. But I want to pass the question over to you. The flavor of hardstyle that I know Subsonic represents is sort of this mix of like it's rough, but it also has a lot of melody and there's a lot of feeling behind it. Have you ever considered going up in the tempos and going higher and higher?
Not above the 160, 170.
Oh wow!
I did
okay.
One track with Defense, What's Up, and maybe some edit, but not going higher.
Oh, fair enough. Is there any particular reason why that is? I'm curious. I'm not throwing anyone under the bus here. I'm just trying to understand, because I feel like me making this decision, if I were to 100% switch over to making hardcore, that is like probably not the smartest business decision, but it's probably where my heart is more than anything else.
Yeah, but for me, like Subsonic is hardstyle. But I like to make hardcore also and experience with some stuff, but the core will be hardstyle. Hardstyle raw. 150, 160 maybe.
For sure. I get it. Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, and when festivals come back, you've built an audience that understands your music in this way, so it makes sense. This is what grabs you and play to your strengths, I think. Let's see what other questions we've got coming in here from the chat. There's a lot of comments on sort of talking about what terror is and what uptempo is and all that sort of stuff.
I'm sorry, guys, if I did something wrong.
I know people are like heartbroken.
I don't think you have any fans who like terror and you anymore.
Yeah, no. You know what it is? If I can, maybe people can relate with this. When I started hardstyle, I didn't like hardcore.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Wow.
Actually. I really fell in love with electronic music with hardstyle. There was Hard House back at the time in 2003. It's almost 20 years ago, actually.
That's crazy.
And if I look at it, when I was, going to parties like Thunderdome and everything, I didn't like the Tunnel of Terror and stuff. That kind of stuff. Really dark underground, everything smelled like beer and sweat, and that's what I really think of when I listen to terror. So maybe I'm not really in a position to judge about that, but it's not my taste,
I get it.
No.
I absolutely understand. I mean, and you got to go with what your gut says, what your feeling is, what resonates with you as a person. Okay, got another question coming here from the chat. We're going to switch gears a little bit. Let's not focus on hardcore. Let's focus on pizza. Yeah, I know. It's a complete 180, something completely different. This one comes in from a friend and fan from Finland. This comes in from Necker. He wants to know, with your pizza slices, are you a folder or a flopper?
I don't know if this is the right answer, but I will keep it straight.
Okay.
So I will keep it like two-handed. Because
two-handed?
I don't want to, wrap the thing, because if you wrap the thing, everything on it will just, mash up. I don't like that. I just want it just to go in like that. This is like really meme. You can make fucking memes from this. But, I mean, if I have a pizza, I fucking love pizza.
Of course.
But if I take pizza, I would never fold it.
Oh,
I would
boy.
never fold it.
So he's drawn a line in the sand there, never folding.
I will never fold it.
But so you're kind of not really a flopper either. You're sort of trying to stabilize it on the two hands.
Yeah.
How about yourself, Subsonic?
I'm Team Digital Punk.
Your Team Digital Punk. Also the double hands.
Yeah, never fold.
It's a two-handed job. Okay, well, how do you feel about using a knife and fork with a pizza slice?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Never did.
Never use a knife and fork for a pizza.
No.
I would, to be honest, I would do it in a restaurant.
Okay.
If I'm in a restaurant and if it's a fancy restaurant, I'll just look around and look like a pizza people watching.
Okay, I see. So it's the social pressure.
Yeah, and then if it's like people like, if you feel like people watching you, what you're gonna do? Is you savage with his hands? Or is he gonna take the fork and knife? And I was like, I'm gonna take the fork and knife.
All right, so you're going to conform to peer pressure there.
Little bit.
I see. Are you the same as well also? Or are you just going to
in a fancy restaurant, I will still eat it with my hands.
There you go. I love it.
Hardcore,
Give
bro.
me something, man.
Hardcore, bro.
No, he's standing for something. I believe in that. That's awesome.
I'm a pussy, but
Another question that came in that was mentioned before in the chat, this after speaking about pizza, this kind of like got me into this one. So this is a little bit of another divisive kind of question, not as extreme as whether you have pineapple on a pizza or not. But to all the Australians out there, you know what I'm talking about. Do you scrunch or do you fold?
Scrunch. Can you explain to me what that
Do you scrunch or do you fold? Okay, so when you're
is it pizza?
This is not pizza now. This is stuff that comes out from the other end. This is when you're cleaning up after yourself.
Okay, we're talking shit now.
We're talking toilet paper.
Yeah,
Do you scrunch or do you fold?
I fold.
You fold, yeah.
Definitely.
I'm definitely a folder.
I fold.
You're a scruncher or a fold?
I fold one time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fold one time.
Yeah.
Really specific. I'm like a 3 sheets person, then fold that.
Yes, I always think almost every time I do that, I think this is it's not so good for the environment.
You don't want to use too much paper.
But yeah, I do fold.
I don't understand the people that scrunch.
I don't know.
That's what's this madness? Why are you exposing yourself to?
How do you do that? You do like this?
I don't know. This is the thing. I don't understand how they do that. What's going on with this situation?
I'm gonna try it today.
Now I have to think about Subsonic when I shit. Good conversation.
Oh my God. We've got another question coming in here from the chat. This comes from a long-time supporter and Melbourne member who always asks this question to the guests. And so I kind of apologize for this in advance. This doesn't come from me. This comes from the chat.
Yeah.
This comes from your fans. This comes from the viewers. This comes from James 1. Have you ever had a man?
Look at this guy.
Who sent this?
James 1. He's in the chat right now. He needs to know, have you ever had a man?
I did not.
You've
And
never
I'm
had a man.
God honest.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, and if because I don't have anything against.
Of course not.
No, but I didn't have any.
You've never had a man.
No.
And Subsonic, have you ever had a man?
I hope so. I have no idea.
Hey, you hope so. You hope so. You hope. Yeah. I think you will remember.
He's open-minded to experiences.
I don't have a man and don't want to.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, you've drawn your borders there. James 1, that's the answer to your question over there. The answer is negative from both of our guests. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look to see if there's some more questions that are a little bit more music related. Yeah,
that's fine, man.
Okay, this one comes in from Kink Weaving. Believe it or not, this is a music question. What do you think has changed the most in the last couple of years with production?
Well, to be honest, I talked about this last week, actually.
Okay.
So, with a lot of producers. I think, especially in the last 2 years, there are so many good quality samples out there and presets and everything that the quality of demos is going up very well. So that's something that is really different because every demo we get at Rough State, for instance, it doesn't sound really shit.
Right.
You know, before that you got like 10 crappy ones and one good one.
For sure.
And now it's like you think, okay, this kick sounds very decent, but it's not like most people don't make kicks anymore like we used to back in the day. to be
Yeah,
honest.
it's a long process back in the days.
Yes, it was, and nobody would teach you. Now you have YouTube and everything, so it is a good thing for me. I think. On the other hand, I think now the last year I see, because I get a lot of tracks for Unleashed records. Unleashed the podcast. That I see that we're going back to a little bit more melodic style. I think it's more in the raw. I'm talking about the raw.
Okay.
It's going back to a little bit more of the euphoric stuff with harder kicks.
Yeah.
So that's something I really like. And other than that, production-wise, I think there are a lot of people out there that are trying to be producers or trying to produce at the moment because it's easier. So I think musically we're expanding, which is a good thing, I think.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Like the tools have become easier to access,
Yes.
the education has become easier to access, and so like people are sort of broadening the horizons with what they're doing with those tools and samples and stuff.
Because I think a lot of people out there that have like the creative ideas, and they think they know what to do. Let me put it like this: they know what to put, what a good idea is for a track.
Yep.
And now we have something to make it easier for them. You still have to be musically, you have to know how to write a melody or whatever.
Sure.
But it makes it easier for people to push through that last bit.
Got it.
There are a lot of people that tried really hard, and it takes like 2-3 years back in the days. Now you can make music and make hardstyle like within a year. You have a good track if you know a little bit about tones and making melodies and stuff. You can make music definitely within a year, a really good track, I think.
How about that? The answer to the question right there. This next question also comes in from the chat, and this one's directed to you, Subsonic. Who is your favorite artist to collaborate with?
I already did one, two I did with you.
Oh, it's right here. This is the chemistry. The dream team.
No, with artists which I didn't call up, or
No, the ones that you've had so far that you had like the best experience with, that you've maybe done a couple of tracks and you're like, yeah, man, like the vibe is really cool. Your favorite one, maybe you just did it once off and you're like, yeah, I like this guy.
Rebellion, right? Or Rebellion, maybe.
Rebellion's always a good vibe. With Renee, always. Sub-Zero project. But I think if I want to do a collab with an artist which I didn't do, it will be Randy, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it about Randy that grabs you?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything.
His manhood.
Is it
His manhood.
the shiny
He's
head?
about the man.
I was at home and I was talking with my girlfriend, and she said like Randy has everything. And then I said only but no hair.
That was the cost. That was the price.
Yeah.
He sold his soul, lost the hair, but managed to get a great career, beautiful kids, and great music.
He can sing, he can rap, he can dance, he can act.
He can voice over.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, but at the cost of his hair.
Yeah.
Hey man, look, everything costs something,
Sorry, Randy.
I don't think he has a big problem with it now.
No, not at all. No.
I saw, I think a long time ago, I saw a picture with hair from him.
That's weird, huh? It was weird.
It's not
weird.
right.
He's got a little bit of hair like you, bro.
Yeah, right. It is curly, right?
Curly, yeah.
But I can't find the picture anymore online. So
He pulled it down.
yeah, probably.
Damn it! He did the Beyonce, tried to get it taken down. No, but yeah, Randy's on your bucket list to collaborate with. Is there anybody else that maybe comes to mind of like, I really want to jump in the studio with this guy? Something unexpected, maybe.
That's a good question. Maybe some hardcore stuff, maybe.
Ooh, okay.
I really like the player Anger Fist, that kind of hardcore.
Love the players' flavor of hardcore as well.
It's amazing.
Really tight productions, cool edits and everything. Very interesting music.
Best hardcore producer for me.
Yeah, I would say the same. I mean, it's nothing against the other people. It's nothing against like
production-wise.
Right, yeah. Because I love Nosferatu. I love Anger Fist, of course.
Yes.
And the thing is, I don't know. There's some extra special sauce.
It's not about it's not about making the hit or something, because there's not only. Let me put it correctly. There's one big man. That's Anger Fist,
Yeah.
But production-wise, with everything around it and all the tiny stuff that maybe a lot of people don't hear, it's player.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree. That's a good one. I'd love to jump in the studio with the player as well.
Yeah.
When this one comes in from the principal from the chat
Sam.
again, huh? Sam, the principal.
Sam.
Yeah. Oh, you know him.
Yes, I know him.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you too. So he asks both of you, when are you going to collab with each other again next?
We already talked about that.
Yeah. We planned already something, but then Corona came.
Then Corona came.
We died. No, but yeah, we already planned something. Actually, I did a remix for him his last album. We didn't collab. I made a remix of Go Fuck Yourself. But we were planning to do something. But yeah, this thing called Corona is here right now, and it didn't come to that right now. But yeah, of course, when we start playing again, probably very soon.
We will have a lot of gigs together.
Yeah, we was playing
Intense
and Supremacy. We were playing the next.
It was not online yet.
It was online, I think.
For real?
Less Supremacy we were playing together. Only it got postponed.
But then I don't know if was it online? I don't know.
think it was online. Otherwise, we have a scoop right here. Well, anyway,
How about that?
we were doing something then. So yeah. But then Supremacy was postponed, and everything got postponed.
Yeah, disrupted the plans. So with that in mind, while festivals getting cancelled left, right, and center, you're not sure when things are going to start up again. Have you ever considered during this time, when you've got a little bit more free time, fuck it, let's just go to the studio anyway?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but there's if I look at myself, my agenda. At the moment, I'm also tattooing. You know?
Yeah.
And I've got a family, and my wife's pregnant again, and
congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's not a fun thing. No, it's fun. It's fun. No, it is a joke. But there's a little punk.
Is it the eating? She's just refrigerating?
She's good.
Okay.
I don't want to die. Let me know if she's watching this. I don't want to die.
Okay. We're saving your marriage right now. Okay, everything is good.
But you know what it is. Now you have to There's only 24 hours. Everybody knows that. So you have to check when you're doing what. And I'm really planning on stuff, to be released. I haven't released anything this year so far. So we're in
May.
4.
Yeah.
4. Yeah. So
almost May.
Yeah. So the next week are coming 2. And after, when things slow down, I will contact Ilmar again, of course, to do something. Yeah, so
we spoke a little bit about releases and how you've been slowing down and stuff, and your sort of renewed focus when it came, like a different kind of plan when it came to releasing stuff. Tell the people watching a little bit about that idea of you want to focus a little bit differently to how you have before.
Well, last year, if I look at that, the whole year was already, partially planned, to put it like that, with all releases, and everybody was just going hard and, making so many productions and just planning it in on the label. And when you're playing, you want to play every week. You want to play something fresh, and people want something fresh. And when the whole thing came to a stop, it was good to, just to focus a little bit about what was really important about productions, because it's not only dance floor, it's also just a song, making a track, and just not throwing it out there and hoping it's gonna be a hit, but more being focusing on one track and just give it a little bit more attention. Because here I go again, but back in the day, you had when you were playing with vinyl, you made a production, had to be mastered, had to go to first press.
Yeah.
First press was good. Then they had to go to a real press, and it took about 2 months. People can't relate to that anymore. So a track was likely to be more of a hit,
right,
than right now that we're in.
Because of the filtering process that the label needed to invest a lot more, and there was more of a time period in the release.
Time period, especially. Yeah. So I think for now, you see it with a lot of people like Disturb and. Radical, and a lot of guys are taking a step back and just focusing on more of a different approach to really hit the people,
right? So
the people waiting,
like a less is more kind of thing.
Exactly. There's loads of people. Like yesterday, Frontliner was in the studio, and we were making a track for his album, and or something for something. I don't know if I just
There was
said
a
something.
scoop.
Another scoop, dropping all this stuff
You
today.
can cut this away later, right?
It's live.
It's absolutely not live, man. Just keep talking. Someone get him another beer.
No, anyway, we were doing something, and he showed me like 20 tracks. And so, just to say, people are really making music at the moment, but they're not putting it out there so much like if they would usually used to play.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they were always, people were like, artists will always say, yeah, people want more. But it's also because you gave them more. It's like vice versa, man. You
For
gave
sure.
them, and they took, and you gave them, and they took, and you gave them. And then, you know, at one point you're like, yeah, I have to give the people all the time new music. But it isn't like that. And at the moment, we talked about it before the show, like everything came to a stop, not just one person.
Exactly.
It's like the whole music industry. And it's like a little bit of a reset, and everybody can really, you know, check out what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. I'm like more making tracks like bigger breaks, longer breaks, maybe some extra vocals, longer tracks. And I just cut them up when I start playing again.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. That's a cool way to look at it, actually. Like focusing on one thing and giving it like the push that it needs and
Yes.
deserves and everything, rather than you know, just throwing a lot of stuff out there and kind of hoping for it. Because I'm definitely falling into the latter camp. I'm definitely one of those ones that sort of like grinds away, and then when there's a whole bunch of stuff, like,
Yeah, and just one sticks, you know, you hope that one or two sticks. but
exactly.
it's- I think when there's so much more tracks, like for instance, one track of mine is called Die Trying. It's from my album Fragments in 2018. That one got crazy support in the last year.
Yeah.
So not before that, but in the last year, it got like last week it got 40,000 screams. 40,000
Screams.
I was playing 40,000 streams on Spotify. So, you know, it's so weird that people actually have more time to find that music now. So, you know, that should be also be something for the producers and for the artists that, like a heads up. They don't always want new music. They want good music.
Yeah, that's a nice way to put it.
Yeah.
They don't always want new, they want good.
Yeah.
I like that. At least now, you know, while there's, you know, no festivals and there's sort of a little bit less pressure, you can take the foot off the gas and stuff.
Exactly.
I want to switch gears a little bit. We've got another question that comes in from the chat, and I'm going to pitch this one to you. This comes in from James 1, and it's not about if you've had a man again.
Not about poop.
Not about poop. No, but it's actually another interesting question. It's about what you would do during a purge. Would you go out or would you stay at home?
I would go out.
You'd go
Yeah,
out
of
and
course.
start murking people.
No, not murking, just look.
Just watch it. Take the risk.
Yeah.
While people are out there going crazy, you just
Yeah.
like, wow. Wow, that's bold, man. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I would be the type to sort of be at home, locked up, and, you know, be prepared in case someone gets in. But I wouldn't be out on the streets during a purge. That is bold, dude, because it's neither of those. It's neither staying bunkered down.
But if you stay at home, you're missing the
You-
fun. I was
The
say
fun stuff.
Yeah, but it's like the movie. If you watch the movie, it's crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's madness.
Yeah, it's madness.
And you'd be out there not just trying to do it, but watching.
Maybe.
Maybe try. Okay, let's be real.
But I don't have people on my mind.
There's no one on your shit list that you want to purge.
Oh, no.
How about that? Okay. The still waters run deep. I reckon there's something there. I reckon for sure. There's people who just doesn't want to admit it on
Should
the air.
hear him on Warzone, man.
Yeah,
You
there
got
we
lots
go.
of people, bro.
Maybe the guy who killed me this morning. Maybe
Yeah,
I
he's
can
coming
purge him.
for you.
Fuck that guy. How about yourself? Would you be out purging or would you be bunkered down?
I would definitely bunking down, bro. I would, you know.
Stay there with the family.
I'm scared shitless. I watch the movie now, man. I would never go out. No.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm 100% with you. I want to live.
Yeah,
I don't want
die,
to. Yeah, exactly. I just want to keep on making music.
Yeah.
I'm just being real with you. Okay, let's see what other questions we've got coming in from the chat. We've got some music-related questions. You know what? Chat, if you've got some more questions that you want to ask Digital Punk or Subsonic, bring them in. Let's play a little round of Cards
Cool.
Against Humanity. Have you played this before?
Never.
Okay. This is
Bring it in.
This is a kind of condensed version of the game. It's not like the real version of the game where we would be keeping score and everything. But pretty much what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take out these white cards. and give each of you a set. There's some black cards here that have questions, and then you need to reply to these using the white cards. So if
Just pull a card?
just pull a card. Well, what I want you to do is more than just pull a card. I want you to look for like savage answers. That makes it more fun, you know?
Alright.
So you'll go through the cards
Okay.
and stuff and then pick some savage answers to see what answers you can come up with
This is
to
awesome.
the questions that I come
I need
with.
to
the
have
black
this
cards.
at home.
I mean, this is fun with friends, right? Because
I need to sort it out, or
you know, just shuffle it, and if you want to sort it out, you can sort it out. If not,
I'm see. What's the guy with who talked about men?
James won.
He's like all the dudes I fucked.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Exactly. So what I want you guys to do is when I pull out a black card, it'll be a question, and then you respond with the most ridiculous, savage answer that you possibly can. We've got also some comments coming in for the people in the chat that have just joined us. Listen, this is the HSU live from Amsterdam, but we've reached the podcast segment where we sit down and chat with the artists that have been joining us on the show. So if you missed their sets, you can catch us on the rebroadcast. It's 9 p.m. European time that will happen tonight on Friday. But if you missed the music, I'm so sorry. This is the chat segment where we find out a little bit more about what's ticking behind those eyes of our artists. What is
Also
going
fun,
on?
guys.
Yeah. Here
Hit me,
we go.
bro.
All right, here we go. Cards Against Humanity with Subsonic and Digital Punk. I'm going to pick a question at random. I'm going to pick them at random, but you give the most savage answers. Here we go. The question is, I'm sorry, Professor, but I couldn't complete my homework because of puntje, puntje, puntje.
I got a good one.
Oh, okay. So I'll read the question out again, and then you can read the answer. I'm sorry, Professor, but I couldn't complete my homework because of...
An endless stream of diarrhea.
That is a legitimate situation that I've been in. Okay. I feel like you've picked a couple of answers to this question. So I'm going to read the question out again, and then Renee, you're going to read out your answer. You ready? Here we go. I'm sorry, Professor, but I couldn't complete my homework because of...
My cheating son of a bitch husband.
That is also a legitimate reason why you couldn't complete your homework. We're going to keep it rolling here with another question from Cards Against Humanity with Subsonic and Digital Punk. Here we go. The question is, just once, I'd like to hear you say, thanks, Mum. Thanks for... Puntje, puntje, puntje.
I've got a real good one.
You got to go
Me
to...
too.
Yeah? Okay. Who wants to go first?
Being fat and stupid.
Oh, man, that's quite a self-burn. I'm going to read the question out again, and Renee, you're going to read out your answer. Just once, I'd like to hear you say, thanks, Mum. Thanks for...
Dad's funny balls.
That's... Oh, man, that raises a bunch of questions as well. Was there 3 of them? Was that a different, heights? Was there just one? I don't know. Okay, we're going to play another round as we wait for more questions that come in from the chat. Here we go. Cards Against Humanity with Subsonic Digital Punk. What left this stain on my couch? Go. Hey, no.
Masturbating.
I saw that one coming. Saw that one coming. There we go. Subsonic, the answer to the question, I'll read the question out. You read out the answer. What left this stain on my couch?
Kim Jong-un.
King Yamana.
I think it's my type of game. I think.
This is, you're enjoying this. Okay, we'll keep this going a little bit longer while I wait for
How
some
long
more
do we have to
questions.
stream?
What, you're going to keep on playing?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sure. Okay, cool. I mean, we
in the
could.
beer.
Yeah, we could. Hey, do you want another beer?
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
like to have
Guys, can we get some beers up in the place for our guests so we can keep on rolling with him? Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Everyone went home.
2. 1 for Omar, 1 for Digital Punk. All right. We've read that question. For my next trick, this is a 2-parter, so you'll need 2 cards.
All right.
So there's a 2-part question. For my next trick, I will pull puntje, puntje, puntje out of puntje, puntje, puntje. Go through, consult, take a look at the madness that you have in your hands.
I will pull.
I'll read it out again.
Yeah.
Okay. For my next trick, I will pull something out of something.
I would say the first one.
Okay, all right. I'm going to read the question out, and I'll give you the pauses and the prompts.
Yep.
For my next trick, I will pull
A sad, fat dragon with no friends.
out of...
My butthole. I saw my butthole, but I thought you had to do this.
No, that's...
My butthole, so...
I'm not going to do anything with your butthole.
Yeah.
No, but the sad must... Yeah, let's go on to the next question.
No, we've got to hear Omar's answer for this one. For my next trick, I will pull...
50,000 volts straight to the nipples.
out of...
Landmines.
Whoa.
That's pretty hard.
He's in his war zone brain. That's where he's at.
housing.
He still wants to go back. We've got this question coming in from the chat, again from James 1.
You have
and
to answer with this?
It's a production question, but you could try. You could totally try. What are the main plugins that you use for making kicks?
I would say, if you're talking about plugins to really pull out one kick, like in total, I would say Serum.
Serum.
Yes, but if you're talking about my chain, like I've also got a chain with one of that specific DP kicks, Microtonic.
Oh, okay.
Start.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm old school with that, and yeah, my chain is.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I mean, everyone's kind of like now as we've gotten along, since we first started making kicks, probably 12 plus years ago, whatever. More plugins, more distortion plugins have come in, and the way of making things, as well as the style of kicks, has kind of changed completely.
I would just say still do it with Cubase.
Okay.
But yeah, if you see at the chain, like there's a lots of EQing with FUB filter.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do this with so many different things, as you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can make like with B-front, we made a kick from in silent.
Really?
Yeah, just a silent with silent, and my last track I made kicks with Serum. It really depends on what I'm doing.
Sure.
To be honest, yeah,
Depends on the style.
It's not, and this is the thing with kicks. There's not one thing that you can take to pull out that one kick, even when you have. Like if normally if you make a kick, you have a separate tail that you already made, and you have a separate attack. So you make the separate attack, and there's not many people I know that can make a kick from one file.
Yeah.
At least I don't do that. So I would say make a good layer of low, make a good layer of mid, high, and make a different separate attack. My approach.
Fair enough. Sounds pretty logical. I'm going to throw this question to you. We've got another one coming in from the chat. This one's less production related and more just general kind of music related. What made you first get into music and being a DJ? What was the trigger for you?
I think when I was young, I was going out with friends, just outside, and a friend of mine just brought a boombox and he put some hardstyle.
Okay.
And I already came like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And then I think the time of YouTube started around 2008.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna search on YouTube like Bret and Hart, Headhunters, and then go deeper, and after some time you are really hooked on it.
So at what point did it stop being I'm listening to music and I want to be performing music?
I would think 2011 or something.
Okay. Was there a particular thing? Maybe you like heard a set somewhere,
but I think like everyone who's hearing music, electric dance music, wants a DJ.
I don't know. There are some people that just enjoy it as it is.
Yeah.
Some people just like the experience of like the pounding bass and just the whole energy, and it's kind of like, this is enough for me. I enjoy being a huge fan of it, but not necessarily want to participate in the creation of it or performing it. There are, of course, people, hence we're all here, that like go that extra step of kind of like, oh yeah, I enjoy it now, I want to be part of it, I want to perform it, I want to make it. Was there a single thing, incident, something that happened where you're kind of like, I heard this set, I want to do this in front of these people, or maybe a song that you heard that you're kind of like, I want to make something like this?
It's more like at that moment, I really like hardstyle. It was like,
Sure.
I woke up, I go to bed with hardstyle, and yeah, from that moment, I didn't want on the stage, but more like the creative process and be hardstyle. I think.
Okay.
It's more like with Bernhard's. Yeah, it's you feel it like hardstyle.
And you just wanted to be a part of it and that sort of thing. That's awesome. Okay, I want you guys to pull out your phones. We're going to put this game of Cards Against Humanity on pause. What I want to know is the last thing that you played on Spotify. What are you listening to at the moment?
Probably something from my kids.
Have you got a family account? And
Whoa, this is interesting.
okay, hit me. What was the last thing you listened to on Spotify?
Actually, a track of Frontliner's album, Producer's Mind.
Oh, great album.
I think 2011.
Yeah.
Whatever is the track.
Okay.
And we were making music, and I something that we were doing was reminding me of a track of that album. I didn't know which one, and so I looked it up. And I said, "This is the track." And then,
How about that?
Yeah.
Subsonic, what was the last thing that you were listening to?
My own release list.
On repeat, give me that stream.
I need that stream money.
I need to get a stream money because I don't get any more. No, I was just checking something on my own and don't listen that much Spotify. So
Oh, you don't listen to Spotify?
not that much, just YouTube most of the time.
Oh, you listen. Okay, so let's go. Open up YouTube. What was the last thing that you had going on?
What I had
Not
going on.
YouPorn, YouTube.
Yeah, no, I'm a Pornhub fan, not
Yeah,
YouPorn.
porn.
It's actually the same. But I think
Is
it was,
it?
I was,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mindfuck.
I was checking the stream, so I just
Okay.
got a release 1 day ago. So you're watching the stream
Okay, so
and watching the replies on the track. So
Okay, so
but maybe listening. And
yeah, exactly. Dig into your history. Okay, well, you're checking out your own stuff, see how it was responded, check the comments, all that sort of thing. But what else? You know, there's got to be something else. Maybe something else that you were just looking at on YouTube. What is going on in the mind of
That's a good
Subsonic?
one. How do you see?
You can
I
see in the
looked that up
history.
as well.
Yeah, for sure.
YouTube is weird.
It's like you. Hang on. I think you like click on your profile. Or you tap on your profile, and where is it?
I think something with tattooing actually.
Here. Oh, you go to library. You go to library, and then you go to your history,
Where
and
is
it shows that. So down here, see you got home, blah 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 blah, library, and then you've got your history up there,
Where?
right here. So you got your home, library down here in the bottom right hand corner, and
Oh, yeah.
and then you can see your history and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's called in Dutch. It's Dutch probably.
What is it in Dutch?
The bibliotheek.
Okay.
Mine is off, so that it's not.
I see. You're in incognito mode. Nobody has to see what's going on in your phone.
I actually watched a funny movie of Arnold Schwarzenegger. A prank call with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Is it with actually Arnold Schwarzenegger or
No,
an
it's like
impersonator?
with like samples. That's what they call it. Where's John
soundboard,
Connor?
yeah,
Where's
yeah,
John Connor? It was funny, but yeah,
Classic.
This is my life.
Classic stuff. And there's nothing. You don't have no history of what you were watching.
No, you can it's from.
Sure, come on, there's
it's
something.
from- it's like the. It's broken.
Oh.
Like I put it off.
Are you? Oh,
I
okay.
think, but I don't watch.
I
it,
see.
so-
So we don't know what you were watching.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Maybe it was just weird, shady shit.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm a person. Are you that person that also goes into the rabbit hole? You're trying to look up something, and then you go like 1 hour later. You're like, "What the fuck was I?"
Yeah, that often happens, particularly with Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Yeah, I get on
Then
Wikipedia
this
rabbit
is
holes.
Interesting. And then that is interesting. That is
Exactly.
But also, you know, when I'm looking at something, for instance, last week I heard like there's so many people that thinks the Earth is flat.
Yeah, that's a strange one.
And
Flat
then I was
Earth.
looking at, and an hour later, I was almost believing that. Yeah. I was like,
That'd be weird. If you fell into that trap, I'd be like, dude, you've been to Australia.
of course,
You've been in a
of course,
plane.
No, but
The
there's
plane
so
wasn't
many-
like this. It was more like this.
These they make it sound so like these rabbit holes make it sound like, and especially with YouTube, they're like, hey, you're looking at this. Look at this one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then, you know.
Yeah, the algorithm just keeps you going, keeps you in sucked in.
Yeah, but the Earth is flat.
You heard it here first. Digital Punk
another
is a
scoop.
flat earther. He's a flat earther. We've got the scoop right here. Can we get some spoons, guys? Cool. I've got another question coming here from the chat, and then we're going to do something special to close off the show.
Cool.
This question comes in here for Blood Dog, and I'm going to throw this one to you again, Subsonic. What does your family think of your music career?
It was pretty funny because when I started my career, they don't know anything about it. I said I'm going to play, but they were like, okay,
Yeah.
all right. And then I took my dad to Reverse. He was like, okay, this is the real shit.
Yeah, so he was into it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're lucky, man.
The same for my mom. They're divorced, but
Okay.
I took them both once, but they're loving it.
And they were supportive of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
You're so lucky because maybe it's because my parents are sort of like
parents are smacking
migrant
you.
parents. Yeah, dude. Like my mum.
Make house.
Not just that. They're just kind of like, music, I don't know about this. Why don't you go to university to become a doctor? They're like really traditional kind of thing. They were religious as well. My mum was definitely one of those that saw like a climax video and it's kind of like, oh, this is from the devil.
You had a video
Drugs, I tell you.
Exactly.
You had a video on YouTube like climax is Satan or something.
Yeah, totally. She's like one of those ones.
Yeah.
So, it's like,
She made a video.
so you're very lucky that you got parents that support.
What isn't true about that, actually?
I never
It is
played
devil
it.
music, guys. no.
Flat Earth, devil music
Yes.
supporter. Oh, we've got it all here from Digital Punk. Oh my goodness gracious me. Okay.
What's happening?
All right, what we're going to do is we're going to induct you into our tribe. You've been to Australia, both of you, a couple of times. You've had a good time. Now, as you've been there and brought your culture, it's time to bring a little bit of Aussie back here to Amsterdam.
I see woman's shoes.
Yes, they are. They have not been worn by human feet. I'm going to give one to you and one to you. We're going to do something. Where's this? Okay.
I've got one spoon.
You've got a spoon? Oh, I don't have my spoon, but that's okay. It's okay. We're rocking
You
and rolling.
want my spoon first?
No, it's fine. What we're going to do is
wanna
we're going
spoon with each other?
No, we're not spooning with each other. There's no DP happening on the show today. It's not happening on the show today. That's happening on OnlyFans, so subscribe.
Oh, that's the point of it. You see, when people look up, if you put this out there with a lot of men, you see everybody.
Yeah, what's happening?
What's happening? This is my phone.
Every dude
Goddamn.
in the world knows that sound.
Yeah, like, oh no.
All right, so here I'm gonna put one of these. We're gonna do like a 1-2 Vegemite shoey. So if you can pass me your spoon.
Vegemite spooning.
Yeah, have you ever done a shoey before?
No.
Oh, dude, it's one of the greatest Australian traditions of all
We're
time.
going next level already.
We are. So we're inducting you into our tribe. Like I've had harding, okay? I've had plenty of like croquettes.
Croquette.
Yeah, and
Bitterballen.
mustard and bitterballen. I've done it all. Now it's time for you to do our equivalent of having some harding. And that is having some Vegemite, and we're going to wash it down
What the
with some
hell
beer
is
from a shoe.
this?
So this is really intense. If you know mahi, it's kind of same idea.
Salty.
Yeah, so it's salty and it's bitter and whatever. So what I want you to do is this. Very quickly, and you've got to do it in sort of one fell swoop. You're going to take the Vegemite on the spoon. You're going to put it in your mouth and you're going to swallow it. Then, to wash it down, pour the beer into the shoe, drink the beer out of the shoe, and you've been inducted into Australia. You'll have citizenship and be able to move there whenever you want, even a plot of land.
I need to go to the toilet. Can I go?
If you want to be a pussy, sure.
No.
Yeah. So you're going to want to do this. Actually, you know what? We'll
This
move
is
these
some,
cards. There's some exactly. So the card that he picked up is some really fucked up shit, and that's it's not too far from the truth. Let's be honest.
Is it actually you have to go?
You have to pour it,
or just take that.
So what I reckon you do is this: like beer, boom. Yeah, it's a quick procedure, and you're gonna
procedure.
you're gonna want to do it this way because otherwise, if there's too much Vegemite in your mouth and you're not used to the flavor and you don't like the flavor, you're gonna look for something to drink pretty quick.
I look for something.
Yeah, the pook.
I mean, if that happens, it's great content.
Yeah.
It's great content.
For your OnlyFans.
Exactly. Well, yeah, maybe not.
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna do this on the can. Actually, can I get a glass of water or something as well? Because I don't have
Jesus
anything to wash this
Christ,
down. Yeah.
Come on.
Because this is gonna be an intense experience. It's intense. Hey, but listen, you can't complain because you've got harding. All right. You Dutchies cannot.
You think I like harding?
I don't like
I
harding.
don't like harding.
I don't like fish.
Now the excuses come out. Now they come out. Thanks, buddy. All right. So we're gonna do this.
I'm a really picky eater.
Well, so this, like I said, you're going to want to smash the beer real quick. So, on the count of 3.
You already put it in, or?
You could, but it'll spill. So, I reckon you just like put this and then pour and then go. So, I'm going to pull these mics away. I'm going to move this. On the count of 3, the Vegemite Shoey with Digital Punk and Subsonic. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh, man. Keep pouring. Keep pouring. It's intense, isn't it? Digital Punk and Subsonic, thank you so much for being on the show. Round of applause.
Thank you, guys.
Subsonic, do you have any parting words? Any last things that you want to say to the audience? Everybody that's tuned in at home, what have you got going on, Subsonic?
I hope to see you guys very soon. And stay safe.
Fantastic. Digital Punk, anything to say to the people that are still tuned in?
Don't eat Vegemite.
This sucks. No, I'll see you soon as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for everybody tuned in. This has been another episode of HSU Broadcasting live from Amsterdam. I am your host, Audio Freak, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.
HSU live from Amsterdam.